morning. Welcome, friends. Today we are going to do some decorating for Valentine's Day. So I had to come outside to find a few things that I want to use in my decorations. So we're going to go take a look around, see what we can find. I really like using the things that I have available and not really having to go out and buy anything. So today, that's what we're going to do. See how sustainably correct I can be and buying and not buying anything to do the decorating that I want to do. So I'm going to search around, see what I can find, and we're going to go from there. So join me as I explore my backyard and my little craft nooks that I keep things in so that I can find things that I can use to decorate for Valentine's Day. It's nice that my husband picks up all the twigs in the yard and makes a nice little pile of them, so I'm able to pull out the ones that I like and that I think will work good. And I also found this metal wall hanger. I think I can repaint that and use it in my decor. So let's go inside and we're going to get started on some projects. So we're back inside now, and here is that beautiful ironstone pit. It has a really nice mark on it too. You can see beautiful clear mark. So I'm going to use this as a central point in the decor on my table. Here is my handful of sticks. I'm going to take these outside and give them a quick spray of some white paint just to help accent them so that in the picture I can hang. I have these little hearts we're going to make. These little hearts that we're going to make and hang from the branches. So I'm going to take these outside and give them a quick spray of white paint. I have spray painted my branches, and now I'm going to put them into my pitcher and arrange them in a way that I think would fit the way I would like them to look. And when I have them the way I would like them, I'm going to take some newspaper and stuff down in the pitcher to hold them. Okay, so I have my branches positioned the way I want them, and I stuffed the newspaper in there. Now I'm going to take some tissue paper, some red and white gingham checked tissue paper, and crumple it up and put that in on top. So what you see then is the red and the white, and you won't see the newspaper. I told you this is all about using what we have on hand. So this is what I have, so this is what I'm using. There's so much you can do if you look around and really just see what it is you have available. So you can see tissue paper on the top there. So now the picture is all set and it's ready for the paper hearts. Now, I just love to go to yard sales, and that's where I usually find most of my crafting supplies are from visits to yard sales or auctions. So I happened to come across some scrapbooking paper packs at a yard sale one time. I think I picked them up for like $1 or 50 cents a pack. So I looked through here, and there are pages in here that I can use for any occasion and any holiday. So I pulled out this lovely piece here. Can you see that? And I pulled out this. So I am going to use those two sheets to make some decorations. Now for the hearts, I'm using the pretty pink daisy paper, and here's one of what the hearts look like. They are dimensional, three-dimensional. I took 3 of them and glued them together. So we're gonna make a bunch of these to hang on our branches, and then we'll see how it looks. Okay, to make these hearts, I cut out a cardboard pattern of the size of heart I wanted, and I just cut a bunch of hearts out from this paper that I had shown you. And I just cut a bunch of them out so I could make as many as I would want. So you could use whatever size you want and go from there. So I have 3 of the hearts here, and I am going to take just my glue stick, and I am going to put a bunch of glue on the back of one of these hearts and on the others also, all 3 of them, so that I can stick them together. And I'm going to put the string down through the center of one of these hearts, like that. And then I'm going to take one and put it on this half. Gotta line them up as best as you can. And then I'm going to take the other one, make sure your string is pressed down. I'm going to take the other heart and put it, connecting those 2 together, right like that. And there we have one of our heart ornaments for on our branches. So I'm just going to continue and make the rest of these, and we'll come back and we'll attach them to the branches. Okay, now I have made 7 of these little heart ornaments that I am going to be putting on these branches. So we just have to play around with it till I feel it has a balanced look, and you know, different heights, different widths. So let's see where we can go with these. Pom-pom ornaments to go along on here, just to give it a little more dimension and interest. Okay, I just took some pom-poms and put them on the end of some string so that I can hang them from the branches along with these hearts, just to add some extra color. So once I have the placement of everything, I'm going to go through and tie off all of these strings, and so we won't have the extra string hanging. It'll have a more finished look. So here we have it. It's a quick, simple, easy idea that anybody can use. You can use any container, any paper, twigs, any paper. Here, it's just really simple and easy to do. Okay, now I'm ready to work on this metal piece, and I sanded it, cleaned it really good, sanded all the loose stuff off of it. Now I am going to take and apply a primer to it, just to make sure I have some good adhesion and that the metal is covered, and then we'll apply our paint. Let this dry, and then I will go ahead and apply my color to it. I decided that I wanted to do the base of this wall pocket white. So I have applied 2 coats of white paint. Now I'm going to take a stencil that I have. It's a nice big stencil. And I'm going to put that on the outside part of the pocket here. And we're going to stencil this in an antique pink color. It's called Tea Rose. It's by Dixie Belle, and it's one of my favorites. So I'm going to put my stencil on, and we're going to apply the Tea Rose into the stencil. Look how beautiful that color is. So pretty. I just love this. It's like an antique pink. So I'm gonna put the paint on my brush, load my brush, and then I'm gonna just get the most of it off, and I can come back and drag my brush through this. But I'm going to start down here at the bottom and just dab on there. I know I could use a bigger brush and get more coverage with each pounce, but I like the control that I get with a smaller brush. So I choose to use that. It does take longer, but I do like to be able to control that more than what I would with a larger brush. And as my brush runs out, I just go back to my plate and reload the brush so that I have more on there, and we just keep going. It really doesn't take that long to do it. Now this was just a little tough because of the rounded pocket, but I was able to make it work. So let's see how this turned out. Okay, so now my pocket is all ready for decorating. I think the color worked out well. It'll really work well to continue on after Valentine's Day into Easter and to spring decor. So I'm really happy with the pink color. So now we're going to get ready, and we're going to do some of the decorations for inside on some material that we can make some cloth, little hearts, stuffed hearts on skewers that I will put in the pocket. All I did was cut out some squares, and some hearts out of the material, and we're going to put these together and stuff them. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I have cut these out, and I'm going to use my glue gun. And shout out to my son because he got me this for Christmas, and I really, really like it. I'm just going to take some glue and run it along the edge here. Now I'm not going to close it all up because I want to be able to stuff it with some foam with the stuffing there. So I'm just doing a part here at a time, like that. And then I'm going to bring it around just to about there, and then I'm going to put the filling in it, and we're going to stuff it. There. Now I have my skewer, and I'm going to put that up in here, get it lined up where I want it, and make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to put my stuffing in, some on each side here. We'll get it up in the top. Now I'm going to take my glue gun and close the seam. And I'm going to make sure that I glue the stick in there also so it doesn't shift. And look at that. So easy to make and so much fun. And these here will look pretty. You can even use these in, you know, sticks in your plants or wherever else. You just want a touch of Valentine's Day. So I'm going to make a few more and then we'll add the finishing touches to our wall pocket. I have glued in some foam block in there, and I'm going to start putting in some greens that I have, and just help fill that in a bit. And then I will put in my hearts, and we will hang it up on the wall, and we will have a pretty wall decoration. Just a little bit more in the one side here. I like how I have some that's down around the front, falling over the side, and standing in the back here. Okay, now we're going to put in our hearts and see how that looks. We might need to add some more greenery. Okay, I have all the greenery in there that I'm going to use, I think. But I'm going to go ahead and start putting in my hearts and just placing them throughout. We'll see how many of them I use. I may not use them all in here. Could use some in my other pots. So here is my beautiful wall pocket that I finished, and I think it really turned out beautiful. I am so happy with it, how it just, the colors of it and how the hearts stick out there. I think it just really turned out gorgeous. So I thank you for joining me for these projects. And I believe that you can find things around your home that will give you opportunities to go ahead and use them and be sustainable in your decorating. There are so many things that we have in our homes that we can go ahead and we can paint or decoupage or change up in some way that will adjust them to the season and to the holiday. So thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this and you'd like to follow along on our crafting journey, just go ahead and subscribe, follow along. I love to have company while I'm doing all of this. And I just thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up and let's enjoy this together. Bye-bye for now.